We need to start out with a little bit of styling, and then we're going to build out all of our alphabet letters on our page as well for the user to be able to interact with, and then add that interaction with JavaScript. So creating a class of letter, we're going to be adding these. So these are going to be the ones that are going to be selectable by the player in order to select all the different letters of the alphabet. So adding in a little bit of padding and around the corners a bit with a border radius. Do margin left. So there's a left spacing between them. We can have a cursor, so pointer, so we know it's clickable. And make it font size, how about 1.5 EM. And now let's also do one for letter 2. So this is where the solution is. So we want to display these as inline block as well with a padding of 5 pixels. So keep it the same. And margin left can also be 10 pixels, so that one can be the same as well. And then font size, let's make these really big. So this is the solution. So once we've added that in, we click start. So refresh, click start, and now you can see all of those letters are there. We've got all of the spacing for the word JavaScript. Next, let's build out our alphabet. So we know for an alphabet, we're looking at 26 letters. So setting a value of x and looping through while x is less than 26. Let's increment x by 1. So we've got our loop, and this is where we're going to create all of the letters. And let temp. So using the string object, we can construct a string and using from character code. So this returns back a string created from a specified sequence of Unicode values. And with the Unicode values, if we start at 65 and we add x to them, that's going to give us all of the letters that we need. And you can see that when we log it out into the console under temp, you'll see that gives us all of the letters. And notice they are uppercase. If you want the lowercase ones, you can start at 91, I believe. So 65 plus 26, and that will give you the lowercase letters. So all of the characters are there within the character codes to do. Now that we've got the letters, we need to create some divs, just like we did before. And using document, create element. And the elements that we want to create are divs, so more divs. And then we're going to set some properties to these divs that we're creating. So taking the div class list, we're going to add a class of letter. So that's that new class that we created up in the style. Also, let's set the my letter value for this one to be whatever the value of temp is, so that we know what the letter is within the object. And we're going to update the inner HTML to be whatever the value of temp is. And then lastly, we're going to output it as append child, and we're going to append that div to our main container. So let's see what that looks like. So we hit start, and there's all of our letters, and there's our solution. And we also need to hide that start button. So that's another thing that we should do, is where we should apply a style to that button, where we're going to apply display none to that. So once we click the button, we're going to take the button object, use style, display, and equal that to none. So we can hide the button because we don't need it anymore. We don't want it interfering with our gameplay. So we hit start, and we've got our option there, our solution, and we've got all the letters. Next, we need to make them clickable and then check those values back into the solution. So that's still to come in the upcoming lessons. And this should actually be 3 EM. So coming up next, we are going to make these buttons, these letters clickable, and apply all the functionality that we need.